What if I told you that the single biggest, most insidious threat to your health, your energy, and even your safety after the age of 50 isn't what you're eating or how much time you spend on the treadmill? What if I told you this threat happens quietly, insidiously every single night, right there in the perceived safety of your own bedroom around 2 or 3, 0 in the morning? I'm talking about that all too familiar sleep-shattering trip to the bathroom. That moment when you're violently pulled out of a deep, restful sleep by the undeniable urge to go. For some of you, it's just once a night. For others, it's twice, 3 times, or even more. Doctors have a formal name for it, nocturia, but we're just going to call it what it is. A dignity-stealing, energy-wrecking problem that many of us have simply been told we have to accept. Well, I'm Dr. Kate Miller, and I've specialized in men's health for the last 12 years. And I am here today to tell you with absolute certainty that is not the truth. You do not have to just live with this. This isn't just a small inconvenience you endure. This is a major problem with 3 serious cascading consequences that most of us never truly stop to consider. Consequence 1, shattering your sleep architecture. The biological cost. The biology. Your sleep is a beautifully complex architecture of cycles. You have deep sleep, which is your body's physical repair shop. It's when muscles heal, your immune system is rebuilt, and your hormones are balanced. Then you have REM sleep, the mind's repair shop, where you form memories, process the day's events, and solidify learning. Every single time you wake up to pee, you shatter that architecture. You might only be awake for 5 or 10 minutes, but your body has to start the entire lengthy process over again. You are cheated out of that critical restorative deep sleep, losing hours of quality repair work every single night. Consequence 2, the unseen safety risk. The practical cost, the practical risk. This is the most serious consequence. We must address the risk of falling. It's 2:0 in the morning. The house is pitch black. You are groggy, disoriented, and navigating on autopilot. You misjudge a step. You catch your foot on a rug you didn't see. A simple trip to the bathroom can turn into a life-altering event. A broken bone, a broken hip, a long hospital stay, and a tragic sudden loss of independence. This is not a small risk. Preserving your sleep is literally preserving your safety and your future freedom. Consequence 3, loss of vitality and dignity. The emotional cost. The emotional cost. The price you pay the next day is a loss of your personal vitality. You wake up feeling tired before your feet even hit the floor. Your focus is gone. Your mind is cloudy. That golf game feels like a chore. Playing with your grandchildren wears you out in minutes. This isn't just getting older. This is the direct result of not getting a full night of uninterrupted restorative sleep. And let's not forget your partner. You're often disturbing their sleep too, night after night. So what's the natural reaction? Most men jump to the simplest, most intuitive, and most dangerous conclusion. I'll just drink less water. But that's a dangerous trap. As we get older, our bodies need to stay more hydrated, not less. Dehydration can lead to a host of other problems. Confusion, dizziness, and serious kidney issues. Yes. Starving yourself of water is not the answer. It's trading one problem for several more complex health issues. The second frustrating piece of advice, you go to your doctor, describe the problem, and they just shrug and say, well, it's just a part of getting old. I'm here to tell you that's not an answer. That's an excuse. Saying it's just a part of getting old is like saying a noisy furnace is just part of an old house. No, it just means you haven't been given the right tool or the right system to fix the mechanics yet. Today, I'm going to give you that tool. It's not a pill. It's not some expensive gadget. It is a simple, logical 3-step checklist I call the nightly shutdown protocol. Think of this like a pilot's final pre-flight checklist before a long, safe international journey. You do the steps in order, you don't skip any, and the result is a smooth, uninterrupted flight to deep sleep. The first and most powerful step we are going to cover is an incredibly simple, zero-cost physical trick you can do an hour and a half before bed right on your couch while you watch television. It uses the most powerful, ever-present force in the universe, gravity, to do almost all the work for you. But for this amazing gravity trick to work its magic, you absolutely must do it in combination with the other 2 steps. So stay with me because we're about to put a definitive end to those frustrating nightly trips to the bathroom. Before we dive into the protocol, if this information is resonating and you're serious about reclaiming your vitality, please hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know what city or country are you watching from. I love seeing our community grow. All right, let's dive into the nightly shutdown protocol. Habit 1. The gravity flush, the science of outsmarting fluid. Step 1. The gravity flush. I want to start with a real-life example of how powerful this simple step is. My patient, Robert from Pennsylvania, was waking up 3 to 4 times a night. He had tried everything and was exhausted and frustrated. He said, "Doc, I feel like my own body is actively betraying me at night." After listening to his story, the very first thing I advised him to do was this one simple physical adjustment. Nothing else. He was skeptical, of course, but he was desperate enough to try. A week later, he called me. He had only woken up once. By the second week, he was sleeping through the night completely. This one technique was the missing piece of the puzzle for him, and it can be for you, too. The practical how-to. About 90 minutes, an hour and a half, before you plan to go to sleep, you are going to lie down. You can do this on your couch or in bed. You are going to take 2 or 3 firm pillows or use an ottoman and place them under your feet and ankles. The goal is simple. Get your feet and ankles elevated significantly higher than the level of your heart. You just lie there for 20 to 30 minutes. Read a book. Listen to the news. Talk with your spouse. Just relax. The biology. The body sponges. It's not magic. It's elegant science. All day long as you're sitting, standing, and walking, gravity is pulling down on your body. Fluid slowly seeps out of your bloodstream into the tissues of your lower legs. Your legs, especially your ankles and calves, are like 2 big sponges, and they spend all day soaking up this excess fluid. This is called peripheral edema. If you go to bed with your legs full of this fluid, like 2 waterlogged sponges, the moment you lie down flat, gravity is no longer holding that fluid in your legs. All that trapped liquid begins its slow journey back into your bloodstream. Your bloodstream carries it to your kidneys, which do their job and filter it out, turning it into urine. Your kidneys are working overtime all night long, and your bladder fills up again and again. By doing the gravity flush, you are taking control. You are using gravity to your advantage, pre-draining those sponges while you are still awake. You are telling your body, let's get this fluid processed now before we go into deep sleep. After 20 or 30 minutes of elevation, you'll get up and you will almost certainly have to use the bathroom before bed. That's the entire point. You are emptying the tank on your schedule. Safety reminders and common mistakes. A quick critical safety check. This is safe for most men, but please discuss this with your doctor first if you have severe heart failure, certain breathing issues when lying flat, or pain, swelling in only one leg. Also, avoid these mistakes. Timing. Don't do this 5 minutes before bed. It's too late. You need that full 90-minute window for the body to process the fluid angle. Propping your feet up on a small footstool is not enough. Your feet must be elevated above your heart level for gravity to do its job. This is step 1. It is simple, it is powerful, and it will make a massive difference. But to make it truly effective, we need step 2. Habit 2, the final system purge, mastering the last drop. Step 2, the final system purge. You've successfully drained the legs using the gravity flush, processing that extra fluid. Now, this step happens right before you climb into bed. It's time to make absolutely sure the main tank, your bladder, is completely empty. As men get older, another factor comes into play: the prostate. For most of us, the prostate gland enlarges over time. Think of your urethra, the tube that urine flows through, as a garden hose. An enlarged prostate can press on that hose, kind of like someone gently stepping on it. This makes it difficult to get all the urine out. A little bit often gets trapped and left behind. It might only be $30, just over an ounce, but that's enough to make you wake up a few hours later. The final system purge is a technique sometimes called double voiding to make sure you get that last little bit out. The practical how-to. Here is exactly how to do it. Sit down. Go to the bathroom and please sit down on the toilet. It is very important to sit, not stand, as this helps fully relax the pelvic muscles, which is necessary for complete emptying. Urinate and wait. Don't rush. Empty your bladder. When you think you are finished, do not immediately get up. Stay sitting for another 20 to 30 seconds. Just relax and take a few deep breaths. Stand, reseat, and lean. Now stand up for a moment. Finally, sit back down. Lean slightly forward. You can rest your forearms on your knees and try to go one more time. You might be surprised that a little more urine comes out. The biology and dignity. Why does this work? By standing up and sitting back down, you are subtly changing the position of your bladder and prostate. You are essentially unsinking that garden hose for a moment, allowing that trapped residual urine to escape. Leaning slightly forward helps use gravity and pressure to push that last bit out. The emotional impact. The dignity here is knowing you are in control. You are not just hoping your bladder is empty. You are actively ensuring the job is done. The biggest mistake here is rushing. This takes 1 extra minute, but that minute buys you hours of sleep. Habit 3. The intake valve shutdown. Timing is everything. Step 3, the intake valve shutdown. Now we've drained the legs, step 1, and fully emptied the tank. Step 2. We are ready for the final step. You cannot effectively drain a system if you continue to pour liquid into it. This is all about being smart with what and when you drink. The practical strategy: front-loading. The battle for a dry night actually begins in the morning. Here is a powerful rule to live by. Try to consume about 75%, 3/4 of your total daily fluids before the middle of the afternoon. Think of your body like a busy factory. You want to get most of your raw materials delivered during the busy day shift, when everything is running at full speed. And the workers, your kidneys, are active. You do not want to dump it all at the front gate right before the night shift comes on to clean up. The evening rule: finding your magic number. For the evening rule, we are going to use a smarter, more flexible approach to find your personal magic number. Start with 2 hours. Set a simple starting goal. No significant liquids for the 2 hours right before you get into bed. A small sip of water to take medication is fine, but no full glasses of anything. Listen to your body. Try this for 1 full week. If you find you're sleeping soundly through the night, congratulations. 2 hours is your magic number. Adjust gradually. However, if you are still waking up, gradually increase that window. The next week, try 2.5 hours. If you still need a little more improvement, push it to 3 hours. The emotional dignity aspect. The goal is to find the shortest effective time that works for your body. Don't rush. Be patient and listen to what your body is telling you. This is about finding freedom and balance, not feeling restricted. The biology bladder agitators. Finally, just as important as the when is the what. You must avoid what I call bladder agitators in the evening. Coffee, black tea, caffeine. Caffeine acts as a chemical signal, essentially yelling at your kidneys to work faster, increasing urine production. Alcohol, especially beer. Alcohol is a double whammy. It speeds up your kidneys while also actively suppressing the natural hormone that slows down nighttime urination. Sodas or carbonated drinks. The bubbles and artificial sweeteners can be direct irritants that make your bladder feel twitchy and sensitive, making you feel an urge even when the bladder isn't truly full. Avoiding these in the evening is non-negotiable for a dry night. So, there you have it. The complete 3-step nightly shutdown protocol. The gravity flush, legs up for 20-30 minutes, 90 minutes before bed. The final system purge, the double voiding technique right before you climb in, the intake valve shutdown. Get 75% of your fluids in early and set your personal fluid curfew. Now, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. You went from having one big frustrating problem to having a powerful 3-step solution. But trying to implement all 3 at once can be a recipe for failure. So here's your plan for the first week. A structured, compassionate approach based on the rule of 1. For the first 2 days, day 1 and 2, focus only on step 3, getting your fluid timing and type right. On day 3 and 4, continue with step 3, and now add in step 1, the gravity flush. On day 5, 6, and 7, implement the full 3-step protocol. This is not a magic pill. It's a system that requires consistency. Your body is learning a new rhythm. The first night, you might see a small improvement. The second night, maybe a little more. You have to give it time. Stick with this protocol for 1 full week, and you will be amazed at the difference. I want you to make a commitment to yourself right now, a commitment to reclaiming your sleep, your energy, and your safety. This isn't just about avoiding a trip to the bathroom. This is about waking up feeling rested, alert, and ready. It's about having the energy to live your life to the fullest. It's about taking back control over your own body, not letting age dictate your quality of life. You have the knowledge now. You have the plan. Now, it's time to put it into action. I want you to try this, and I want you to come back to this video in 1 week and share your results in the comment section below. Your story, your success will inspire another man who is suffering in silence to finally take control. Let's build a community of men who have decided they deserve to sleep through the night. If this video gave you the plan and the hope you needed, please like and subscribe. And until next time, remember, you deserve deep, uninterrupted rest. Take care of yourself.